What's good, everybody? We back with another Music Mondays, man. On this Monday, man, y'all smash that like button, sub it to the channel if you haven't done so already. My name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers. And of course, I got occasional try-on hauls. And Music Mondays is the latest segment that we have started the year off with. I think Dunks will be joining a little bit later. He should be on his way to the crib, and then he should be able to hop on. So we're gonna give it a little bit for Dunks to come in. But other than that, man, for the people that's coming in, smash your like button, sub it to the channel. Let me know if quality okay and audio's looking all right, man. Y'all let me know how that's sounding off. But y'all see the topic. Pretty much, we got to talk Takeoff, Jay Prince, Offset, Migos situation. And I guess I should start off saying first things first, RIP to Takeoff, man. Very sad situation. I think the whole situation went down last year in October. And to be honest, too much information. I knew things would slowly just like unfold, right? Okay. This is my thing with that. I've seen like rumors floating around where there was a possible fight at the Grammys between Offset and Quavo. So pretty much everybody's got their own little two sides of things. So I pretty much just want to dive in, see what it is. We got Slayer in the building, says hello to all. What up, Slayer? The Slayer. But yeah, we should have Dunce coming through in just a second. But yeah. So Jay Prince basically did an interview on $1 Million Worth of Game, and it's kind of going viral for several different reasons, man. I think that pretty much is Jay Prince says some things, you know, and then of course, if you don't know who Jay Prince is, and I barely know who he is, right? Okay, but apparently every time you mention his name, it's like he get treated as though he's like a god. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep it 100 of like somebody that you just don't cross because he has like that much power, right? That's what we kind of get when we think of Jay Prince. Now, like I said, he did the interview and he spoke on the situation, and then Quavo did that tribute at the Grammys last night. And I'm going to keep it 100 about the tribute that he got for Takeoff. I feel like it should have been him and Offset wanting to do the song together. But I mean, maybe he wanted to do his own thing. I can't tell people how to feel and how to mourn, right? But this stuff is getting kind of crazy. And I've always said this too. I thought, right? And before we get too deep into this, I always thought that like, man, the Migos are going to be that group that's going to outlast the typical like hip hop groups that just don't stay together. You know what I'm saying? But I guess, certain events happen and here we are right now. Let's see. We got Aaron in the building. Says, not too many people know the history on mob ties. That's facts. And it's really like like I said, it's like a secret thing. I don't know if it's really true, but apparently it's just somebody you don't want to cross. Now, when I say Jay Prince, apparently there is a Jay Prince Jr. He has somewhat to do with this story, but mainly because of how it was stressed out on video. And I'm not going to play that video of what happened at Takeoff, where he pretty much was walking past him. And again, you don't know, different time, different scenario, nobody was there, but they pretty much got it on video where he was pretty much walking by as though like, oh well, you know what I'm saying? That's what it came across. Not saying that's how he felt. And again, all the information that I put out in this live tonight or in this video is all alleged and just opinion based. I have no knowledge of this whatsoever. And I'm saying that for legal reasons too, because again, when the legal stuff comes and somebody who's been through legal trouble, I don't want any. So again, all I'm going to do is read out the information that's already kind of out there. I may play the video of what Offset said to Jay Prince because apparently he doesn't know him. But it was like indirect threats, if what I want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Where borderline out of line. One thing that I do want to look up real quick, and I'm definitely going to dive into this joint. I want to see about this fight thing because I've been hearing that there's a fight. I've been hearing that it's rumors. I've been hearing that it possibly wasn't a fight for real, but then I'm hearing it was a friend. Now, salutes to Dunks because Dunks definitely broke that earlier in the Discord. If y'all haven't signed up for the Sold Out Discord, it's definitely pinned in the chat. It's more than just sneakers over in the Sold Out Discord. It's a whole community over there that we're building, and we're all sharing that information together, man. So I'm going to see if I can just pull up like Quavo fight. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I think that story is still borderline developing. TMZ broke it out, but then again, you got to take it with a grain of salt with TMZ. Now, we've had other articles and other like platforms have come out and put that information out over as well. So I don't know if it's completely true, but apparently it happened backstage. Let's see. Let me see if I can get this the most current thing that's going on. 8 hours ago, we see 7 hours ago. I'm gonna touch on the TMZ story. They seem to have the most knowledge, and apparently there is a video, but it has not been released. Now I've also heard where it was just a verbal altercation. Look like we got Dunks in the building. Give me like 2 seconds to get Dunks set up real quick, and then we're gonna get this party started. My bad, I just started a little bit without you. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna check out the feedback. Hold on. And we have Dunks in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I wasn't too far in, but I only been
You good?
16
You
minutes
good?
on live.
Yo,
Go ahead.
what's going on, everybody, man? There's no need for introduction. Everybody know me by now. Had a little meeting that held me back at work for an hour. Had to get that done, but now we're here.
Most definitely. So pretty much, I was just going over the history of pretty much. First things I said first was I'm just giving you a quick recap. I'm recapping Dunks up, everybody, real quick. I wanted to say RIP to Takeoff because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
really what this all boils down to, man. This all boils down to RIP Takeoff, and apparently, from what we got, did you see the $1 million worth of game interview that Jay Prince did? Because it's kind of what re-stemmed things up.
Nah, I didn't see it.
Okay, but you definitely probably have seen clips whether you've wanted to or not. And one of the main things that we can take from that interview is where pretty much he made indirect threats, allegedly, right? I'm just going off what I
At
seen.
who? At Q and Coach K?
No, sir. They actually he apparently to him, he already talked to P from quality control.
Yeah.
They already got an understanding. It is he said that he was basically taking indirect shots like soft threats at um offset.
Oh God.
Yeah. So Offset definitely responded. Offset said he don't know nothing about this. Dude don't know nothing. And I think where they're also, you broke the story, salute to Dunk. You broke the story of whether that it was possibly, maybe, allegedly a fight that happened backstage at the Grammys with Quavo and Offset.
Yeah.
Now, I've
And
seen some people report that it's not true. Now it seems like it really is starting to
I'm
be.
saying, look, and obviously, because I saw where somebody had posted right after me where Offset had tweeted, say, what you say, like, fight my family? No, y'all crazy or something like that. But
Yeah.
obviously, of course, that he has to say that, you know, his PR probably wrote that anyway, you know.
Yeah, true. Now, I don't know if it's true, but he denied it, and that's why everybody's saying it's cap. But rumor has it there. I haven't seen it, and it hasn't been brought on the internet just yet. But apparently, there is a video that is that's been captured. It just hasn't been posted yet.
And like I
Between the
said, and again to go off that, like, you can't really Quavo, you can't really tell him that he can't be a part of Takeoff's tribute when he's just as much of a Migo as you and Takeoff were. You guys
well,
started this together, so you can't tell him that he can't be a part of his brother's memorial too. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's the rumor is and alleged is that's what it all stemmed from. He didn't want him to be a part of the tribute. Now, another question I do want to ask you: You've obviously, I hope by now you've heard the tribute that Quavo has given to Takeoff. I
Yeah.
don't want to. I don't want to mess up any other names like a lot of these other like main outlets are because I know the group. I definitely remember when they first came. I still remember listening to We Can Take It to Bad and Bougie, one of the biggest hits in
We
my
can take
opinion.
it to Versace.
We could take it to Versace. I love that one.
Uh,
Versace. Yeah,
Offset was still locked up then.
yeah. And but that's when they got the Drake stimulus package. Pause.
Yeah.
That's what kind of put them on when they was already taken off. And then Handsome and Wealthy, that was definitely another one as well.
Mhm.
Um, so definitely salutes to
Fight
the
night.
group. Fight Night. Yep. That's like I said, we can go down a rabbit hole of how deep this group goes. So apparently they're all connected and related in some way. You
Yeah,
know,
so it's like beyond the music thing, yeah, the family outside of this whole Migos thing, because that's nothing but business. That's nothing but business. At the end of the day, you guys are blood, and that's what it's supposed to be about. Don't tribute him as a Migo. Tribute him as a man, as a brother who lost his life. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
true. I agree with you. This whole situation and how it is playing out is really just kind of it's kind of sad too when you really think about
Yeah.
it, man.
Well,
But
because you already know a lot of this is, and without even saying, but it's written all over the walls. A lot of this has to do with money.
oh yeah, you know what? You couldn't have said it any better, my brother. Like if we gonna break it down, no matter how you slice it and dice it, if we go down the full rabbit hole, like we're gonna see that basically it all stems around money, and that's the sad part about the thing. Um, I'm gonna share my screen here in just like a couple seconds. Uh, I do want to break down what TMZ put out. TMZ, I ain't gonna say they be spot on, but they be somewhere in the ballpark. It's almost like they be guessing a little bit, but you never know. So we just had new hype just came in the building, says, yo, what's goody? We
Yo,
got Aaron in the building, says, plus they were at Johnny Dang's shop as well, which is all linked to mob ties. Mike Mills from the closet even has bought it up. Just sad. Yeah, and I think I've also seen where like it's like a everything you kind of need to know about the situation. I
yeah.
want to kind of pull that up as well, just kind of see what that all stimulates from. Because honestly, this is getting. I
Oh, man.
honestly, from what apparently, and also I don't know if you noticed this as well. They also put out there where there has been a like the dude that got arrested or that's being like accused of being the person that's the killer, he's posted $1 million bond, which I think he probably only had to pay 10%, which is again is still a lot of money. But I think he posted a bond, and a lot of people think what has to do with that is somebody who had a lot of chips to get that man out. But he's claiming self-defense, saying, he saw somebody else, and that somebody else. I already kind of did a little bit of research on the story, as you can see, but apparently, the reason that guy who shot Takeoff allegedly, this is all alleged, and this is just from based off research. Apparently, the guy who shot Takeoff says the only reason he pulled his gun in self defense is because he saw somebody else pull theirs first, and that somebody else appears to be an alleged is Quavo's cousin, which is supposed to be AKA the security guard, who's not really a real security guard. He's more so one of those. He put the family member in. He gave him a job basically, but like he ain't really like trained professional security. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not I'm not trying to hate or anything like that, but it's just like if you make it and then you don't you want me to still be catching the wave with you, but you're gonna make sure you put me to work.
oh
One
yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You be like, all right, I'm gonna give you a job, and you probably take care of me like financially way more than what you would want to pay an actual security. So you getting it
oh
back all through the family.
yeah,
Yeah. So that's one of that. Let me hit the chat. Entor says, "Hey fam, happy Monday." T Yeezy says, "Migo bands." Okay, got you. So, but let me pull up one of the. Hold up. Let me pull up the what I seen that's coming up on the joint real quick, and then we're gonna go off on this fight. Because honestly, I think Complex has an article, but I'm gonna see what pretty much TMZ has. Let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds,
yeah.
and boom, that's that. So apparently, this is what broke out today. Earlier, this was kind of like a what? Quavo and Offset fight backstage at the Grammys after Quavo blocks him from taking from Takeoff tribute. So that's what it stems from. So apparently it was from the tribute. So one of the things I want to say from that is we're gonna read through this. I want to dissect this a little bit and see what's going on. Let's see. It says there's clearly still serious bad blood between Migo rappers Quavo and Offset following the death of Takeoff, and those emotions boiled over backstage at the Grammys into a physical fight. I'm very curious if Takeoff I'm very curious if Offset even went to Takeoff's funeral. We know, I know Quavo did, but I'm very curious if Offset, you know what I mean, went back there. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering if he went to the funeral. I hope so. I
And
hope.
what it seems like to me is like everybody's trying to like pin, like not pin this, but like everybody's trying to what's the one we're trying to say? Like pretty much disown Offset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're
It's like
treating him like a,
he made a conscious decision to go be with not because we don't know his situation and why he decided why he wanted to not be a part of Migos no more. But it seems like he went to go be with his family. You know what I'm saying?
well, that, but also he's rumors is he bought himself out of his contract because obviously I'll take it back even further with Offset. He apparently said that he tried to renegotiate his contract and they wasn't having it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yeah, T Easy right. Migo Bands. That's pretty much Migo Bands is Quavo's cousin. That's the guy that apparently pulled his first, but
Okay.
that's what made the old other buddy pull out his gun and take a shot at and he ended up hitting Takeoff, and he ended up hitting the other girl too. Another girl I seen that survived it, that she's done an interview, but she pretty much she hasn't said much of nothing. She did an interview, but it's like, I mean, honestly, we probably could have pulled up and answered the questions more in depth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, and I don't know if she was paid or anything like that. I don't want to allege. I'm just, this is all just opinion and alleged.
Yeah.
But reading off this, it says clearly there's bad blood between Migos rappers Quavo and Offset following the death of Takeoff, and those emotions boiled over backstage into a physical fight. So, yeah. So I remember Manny said in Discord he thought it was just like a shouting match, but apparently if it's physical, means somebody had to touch somebody.
Hmm.
We can also go down the rabbit hole too of where ever since Offset kind of started distancing himself, you remember that time when they said apparently he got jumped by Lil Baby and his crew.
Oh yeah.
We could take it there too. There's so many branches with this story that's kind of sad, you know what I'm saying? But I will say, I don't know if it's all true, but even just how Lil Baby got put on, it's just Migos really became a quiet group after they major hits, but I mean, they were trying to revamp themselves, it seemed like, but I just still feel like it can't be Migos without Offset. I feel like if you guys start this together, you got to
There's
work.
there's no Migos anymore, regardless if they wanted to reconcile and bring the
I
group back together. It's just they can't because there's no Takeoff.
I thought that pretty much Offset and Quavo had pretty much put that past them and was gonna work together, man. At
Oh,
least at least it appeared that Offset wanted to anyway.
oh.
Quavo never said anything.
It's not, all it was. They just put a band-aid over a wound, and that wound was exposed. Clearly, that wound wasn't fully healed, and it showed last night.
Yeah, true, true.
They did it for the public, for the people, for the family. Yeah, we cool. Everything cool. We squashed it. No hard feelings on either party, but clearly that wasn't the case. And clearly, there was still heavy tension. That was unresolved. There was no closure. Seems like there's no closure yet.
True. And it says sources at the show tell us just before Quavo took the stage to perform his song "Without You" as a tribute to Takeoff during the um Millennium, a segment of the show, which I didn't even watch the Grammys. I'm not even sure. Did you end up catching that?
Nah.
Okay, cool. I mean, it is what it is. Said he and Offset got into a physical fight and had to be pulled apart. So that means this. If I'm reading this is just. I'm not saying I was there, but apparently they got hands on each other if they had to be pulled apart.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, this all as for what led to it. We're told the Grammys had asked Offset to be a part of the tribute, but Quavo refused to let him take part. Oh, okay. But I mean, if he was contractually to be there,
Yeah, and it's the Grammys who invited him to be there.
yeah,
Quavo, you're a pretty household name, but you're not bigger than the Grammys.
yeah. I mean, because to be honest, how and I ain't trying to hate. I don't think the Migos have done made it Grammy status to be up there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
just yet. You know what I'm saying? I think their music is fire, and I listen to it, but I don't know if they had reached it to pull up to the Grammy. So I mean, this is kind of like really what their major time to really get out there and
Yeah,
it's
this would have done. This would have done so good for them. Like if they would have done this correctly and properly, this could have opened up so many doors for them.
I agree. Yeah. So apparently says, yeah, he let him refuse to take part. We're told Quavo blocked Offset from joining him on stage, leading to the melee, which I'm assuming they mean fight. Our Offset sources say it was Quavo who started the fight. Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm not. Are you
I
really?
can guarantee you, I can tell you who finished it.
Hey, so real quick question: what you think of this Matt? What do you think of Quavo's mask here? Well, you probably don't have the screen pulled up, but homie
Isn't
had
it
like,
like the Phantom of the Opera, right? Something like that.
yeah, okay, cool. So you know what I'm talking about. That's all that
Yeah,
matters. Like, yeah, I was very curious. Like, I don't know what he was aiming for right there. You know what I'm saying? Um,
I mean,
let's see. This is definitely very, very interesting. So I didn't know what he was aiming for on that one, but let me read a little bit more. It says we should know Quavo and Takeoff were extremely close at the time of Takeoff's murder. Okay, see, they were. They apparently they was cool. So what happened to change that stemmed it or changed it? You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to break down. I also want to break down this Jay Prince situation because that's very, very interesting as well. Um, let's see. It says Offset was still hanging out with Takeoff separately, but the trio. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So Offset and Takeoff were still cool, but it wasn't. No, Quavo and Takeoff were real, real close, which they were, because you
yeah,
know
they were
that's how they
cousins.
went.
They're
Yeah,
like uncle and nephew. Yeah,
they went on compute. You know what I'm saying? And then apparently, Offset is the cousin.
yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. Again, feel free to correct us if I'm getting anything wrong here. It says Offset was still hanging out with Takeoff separately, but the trio wasn't hanging out as a unit. Quavo's "Without You" was a song he specifically wrote for Takeoff. So my thing is this though, but I mean Offset when it became a family man, so you know that you gotta expect that a little bit.
So I'm
Um,
saying you can't really fault him for that, you know. And Cardi gave him that ultimatum, you know, like
yeah,
you you with me or you with the streets.
yeah, like in the other two, they're still technically single, you know, so
Hmm.
let's see. Nonetheless, people watching Sunday Night Show were disappointed to see it was clear there had not been a reconciliation between Quavo and Offset since Takeoff's death. Yeah, so I feel like that's something people would have wanted to see.
So yeah, no closure. There's been no closure yet.
Yeah, so that was my whole thing. I do want to talk about this Offset and Jay Prince situation. So this is what kind of like led up to it. I think there's more stuff coming out, but I want to see what they have here. This is the video right here. I will play it for you guys, but I know. Have you seen what Offset said to Jay Prince or anybody recently?
No.
Okay, cool. So yeah, there was a video where he pretty much broke it down. But I'm gonna see what all led up to this because I know it was $1 million worth of game, but I want to know pretty much why is Jay Prince even picking on Offset, so to speak, if you ask me, right? That's
Well,
my whole
because like I say, Offset wasn't there, but like everybody says and everybody feels, technically Jay Prince is he runs Texas, he runs Houston, you know.
what made these guys so special. I that's what I need to
I
find out.
mean, I know the only thing I know about Jay Prince is he started rap a lot. That's literally the only thing I know. Now, and I know he had like Ghetto Boys them
When
back.
has that been popular though?
Yeah, but he had Ghetto Boys back in the day. You know, as far as I know, that's about it. Um, oh, I guess he had what's them dudes name? The UGK. He had them too.
I have a question then. Can we
But
name
let's say so. Apparently, he's supposed, like I said, he's supposed to be the king of Houston. Nothing comes in or goes out of Houston without him knowing. You know, apparently, allegedly. So
allegedly, right? Yeah.
I feel like Offset is placing a lot of the blame on him. Which I mean, and they were at. Let's remember, they were at Jay Prince Jr.'s party.
Yeah. Well, they was
This
I thought they was at the bowling alley joint, right?
It was still tied
It
into
was
Jay
his
Prince
get
Jr.
together. Okay, it was his
Still
get.
tied into him. So now take this. Now take this for example. If somebody in your family, like say, let's say your brother passed away, right? And he was somewhere with the child of the man of whatever place you guys were at, and it happened, and your brother's passing happened at his kid's function. Now, aren't you gonna kind of fault the child and the parent, because technically this is your kid, you put this all together, so clearly you should have all hands on and know what's going on.
Yeah,
And there should be no reason that nobody should be dying at a birthday party, at a get together, at a function like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, true.
Especially in your city.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
I
mean,
get Offset. I get where Offset's coming from. I can't say that I wouldn't feel the same way.
well, Offset. Let's see. Offset responds to Jay Prince comments about Takeoff's death. I don't know you from a can of paint. The Migos member didn't take kindly to the Rap a Lot CEO playing internet games. Okay, yeah, and to be honest, how old is Jay Prince? Look, because this is the daddy talking, right? This
Yeah,
is the
Jay,
daddy. How?
Jay Prince gotta be pushing 60, if
I,
not in his 60s.
that's my thing, dog. You too old for this. Let me.
It's
I
like
got.
it's like whack. It's like whack 100 when he be trying to beef for like all these little 26, 27 year olds like little
This man,
Dirk and all them, man.
you
Like
is exactly right. This man, how ironic, right? His
what
birthday is August 31st. Isn't that the day that Takeoff got killed?
is it?
I gotta look this up now. But to confirm the age, everybody, he is 58 years
That's what I'm
old.
saying. He's gotta be like 60. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta look up Takeoff. I gotta because I know they're gonna have when died on there.
If
That's
he
gonna
died
be
on the 31st of August last year, that's gonna be
nah,
crazy.
October is when he got knocked off. You know what I mean? I
You
think.
say Jay Prince's birthday is in August, right?
No, it's so okay, cool. So he was assassinated November 1st. But Jay Prince's birthday is October 31st, which, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's pretty much after October. No, yeah. So he pretty much it technically think about it, it was in late night after hours, so they had to do November 1st because it was like what 1, 2, 3, what was it, 3, 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But think about it. They were partying after on the 31st. So this all went down on pretty much the day after, and literally the day after of Jay Prince's birthday. Because Jay Prince's
Jay Prince
birthday,
Jr.'s birthday or Jay
nah,
Prince?
Jay Prince the senior.
Okay. Wow.
His birth October 31st is his birthday. October 31st. Takeoff is assassinated November 1st. That's literally the next day. How ironic, right? Which I think that's what it was, right? That was for his birthday. That's why
Yeah,
it
it's the
was.
birthday thing. That's why I was saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why
Ah,
Offset is fucking putting all this on Jay Prince,
yeah.
because he was in your city under your watch, around your people. That's supposed to keep them. So we're not from Texas. You
Yeah.
know, we
Yeah.
just came out here. This is your city. You're supposed to have everything on lock out here.
Offset
Apparently,
Offset wasn't there though, right? It was
no,
just
no, he wasn't. But I'm just saying, speaking from the other two's perspective, like, yeah, this is apparently this your city. You're supposed to have this on lock. Nothing. They say nothing fly, nothing fly in or out without you knowing about it. So,
yeah.
you know,
I'm very curious how the man that's accused of the murder, how that's gonna go. You know what I mean? We got big
Is this gonna be another rapper dead and another man walk?
we'll see. It's a little too soon to tell.
Hmm.
But then again, you also got to keep in mind the state that we're talking about is Texas. They're very big on staying your ground law.
Yeah, exactly,
Just keep it
exactly.
100. So Dunks, you may be onto something here. They're very big on like, hey, if you got, they got some of the most lackadaisy gun laws in the country.
And it's cowboy country.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Let's see. Big Money Sonny says, "What's good, y'all?
Yo,
What up, Big Money?" T Yeezy says, I think it was Jazz Prince B Day on October 31st. Okay, let me see. Let's see the
I think
singer.
it was Jay Prince Jr.'s son's birthday. That's why I had thought too.
Let me.
because prior to that, they were with him. They were filming like right before a couple hours before the shooting happened. They were with him filming in his I want to say maybe his Rolls Royce.
Oh, okay, so it's Jazz Prince. Let me look up what Jazz Prince. What is his birth? They don't have his birthday on here, but I'm assuming, yeah, they may have it mixed up. Keep in mind, I'm googling this, so they may have it, but they don't know these people. Yeah, so it
Yeah, they
may
probably
have,
think Jay Prince is Jay Prince Jr. They don't know.
yeah, they don't know, so it could have been because I. It'll be very ironic if him and his daddy is born on the same, like, you know what I'm
Day.
saying? I just refuse to believe they born on the same birthday. They could be, but let me see if I can just type in his birthday. I'm gonna type in birthday because they want to say birthday party, but see if you type in birthday and take it straight to that joint. I just want to know the date, but they want to take it to you
To
can't Google this and birthday and not like
get the full video.
yeah exactly. You can't Google it like oh yeah you mean this like no I don't want to know. So his
And
birthday
and for people,
so Jazz Prince birthday, man, him and his dad's birthdays are really close. So Jazz Prince birthday apparently is October 30th, and the dad's is October 31st. So I mean, it's still pretty close. Shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and for people like trying to say that Quavo knew about it and knew it was gonna happen and all this, um, you can see it in the video. What after it happened, you could hear it in his voice that this wasn't something that he knew about. It wasn't
Oh
something that
heck
he planned.
no.
He was truly broken down and a broken man about his nephew dying.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that seemed like somebody who did not know at all.
Mhm.
That's the last thing I would think of. I'm going to share my screen here again. I want to continue reading on what we got for um, Offset. So let me see square screen here. Boom. And it says, after attending the 2023 Grammy Awards with wife Cardi B on Sunday night, February 5th, Offset posted a no holds barred response to recent comments made by Jay Prince, in which the Rap A Lot CEO suggested that Set was not there for his Migo bandmate and cousin Takeoff 28 before Takeoff murder last year. How does he know? So, um, I guess the quote is N-word at N-word N-words be throwing rocks and hiding their hands, and I don't like that kind of individuals. Prince said near the end of the last episode of $1 million worth of game after noting that nothing changed in terms of his love for the third Migo member Quavo, but that Offset was another situation. So he got love for everybody but Offset. What did he do? What did he do to you?
I don't know. I feel probably like maybe Quavo and Takeoff will have like some type of business going on with Jay Prince, maybe, or maybe a business deal that went bad, maybe, you know.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Um, says in reality, the truth of the matter is, in where he uses a lot. You wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive. So for you to, yeah, he's at home with his fam, yo.
And he was there for the fucking first what 5 years, 6 years that they fucking were popping, man. And yeah, they had this little fallout, and yeah, he felt like that he didn't fit the Migos standard anymore. You know, you
Think
can't be mad
about
at somebody for that. You know.
yeah, I see where you're coming from, and what you're saying, Dunks, is basically like, yo, um, so you sit up here and like you can't fault this man. He got what 5 kids, right? Two with he got 3 outside kids, and then he got 2 with Cardi B. This man don't really he really don't start being, he's a
Yeah.
he's an active dad, like this.
Mm-hmm.
The other two apparently don't have to the
Jay
best of my
Prince,
knowledge.
Jay Prince, your kids are already in their 20s and 30s. So, you know, Quavo, from my understanding, doesn't even have kids. Takeoff, from my understanding, didn't have kids. You know, so
Right.
and like I say, and Jay Prince, your kids are already old, and I don't know about Jazz Prince if he got kids or not, but
I
seems like
think
the
Jazz
only,
Prince I think he has had kids, so I think so.
but it seems like the only one that was really making sense in the situation is Offset.
Right.
And we could take it like I said, we could take it a little further and see maybe is this something that was planned? And Offset wanted to separate himself from all of this before it started happening, and now Coach K and P wants to say that he voided his contract.
Yeah, I mean, but rumor has it is that what Offset bought himself out of his contract, right?
I,
Millions of dollars, but apparently, from
I
what
mean, he probably bought himself out of his solo contract with them, but that Migos contract was probably,
a different
10,
thing.
yeah, a 10-year, 10 album deal. Who knows? We don't know the ins
I
and
know,
outs
right? Yeah,
of
we
that
don't know the
contract.
real.
I'm sure the type of the type of the type of how much I say the popularity that these guys had wasn't they you knew that they weren't in no standard simple everyday contract. Whatever kind of contract they were in was very heavy and it had blood written on it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, had to
Like
be.
Coach K and quality control wasn't gonna let Migos go that easy. It took a death. It was gonna take a death for that group to be over. And
You
like I
know
say,
what I noticed? How like pretty much Coach K seems to stay out the way, man.
Coach K does. Coach K never really says a lot. It's always P, big fat nose, who got something to say. I'm just saying, man.
He's
I'm
stupid, man.
just saying, man. It's always P got his fucking literally got his big nose in somebody's business. Which, like I say, nothing wrong with him speaking up for his because that's the one thing I can say about quality control. I don't know if you remember back when Lil Yachty did his interview with Joe Budden, and Joe Budden was getting on his head about not knowing about his contract and stuff like that. I'm sure we all remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Then remember, fast forward to when Migos did that interview with Jay Budden and academics and Angela.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah,
That was stemming from what Budden did to Lil Yachty. They were they were they were coming up there on that to defend Lil Yachty because
to be honest though, you can't be. I don't think they should have been mad at Joe Budden like that because a lot of these people don't know what they've signed. You know what I mean? They just
Well,
know,
okay,
hey,
okay, yeah. Don't be mad at Joe Budden the fact that he's trying to educate this young kid who just got into his music career on what you should be looking out for and what type of contract you should be
exactly. He
negotiating.
really was trying to give. He was really trying to give them game.
And you can't. I don't fault him on that part. What I fault him on is how he went on about like, oh my god, oh god, like these guys don't even know what they're signing. You idiot. So shit, So you know what I'm saying? Like, if like me and you, if we went up to something like that, and then like me, take me for example. If I went to something like that, and they were asking me about the whole sold out thing and what type of contract and stuff me and you got worked out, I mean, look, I don't know. We just do it. We just get on camera and do it, and then somebody be like, "Oh my god, you mean to tell me that you guys don't even got it? You guys don't even know what you're doing? Do he know he? So then next time you get up there, you're gonna have some type of energy to that person too, right?
Yeah, because like it's really none of your business. Is what.
Exactly, and that's how pretty much how they went up there. And Joe
Yeah,
Budden, he went on and disrespected them too.
yeah, and that's
You know,
probably where they were at. Yeah, it makes sense. T Yeezy says, I think it was Jazz Prince's birthday on October 31st.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that Google possibly has that wrong, but don't quote
Well,
me
like
out.
you said, their birthdays are so close. So
Yeah, it's easy to mess it up because I mean, honestly, if it's even remote, it could be the other way around. Either way, it was there for his birthday.
yeah,
J
they
Rod,
were definitely in Texas for the Jay Prince birthdays.
most definitely, and it says J Rod. It says Illuminati with the eyes emoji. You think it was
Um,
Illuminati? See, we've been hearing Illuminati thing since like
I'm not gonna say
ever, man.
look, I'm not gonna say it's Illuminati, but
So
I
you
am gonna
believe in
say,
the Illuminati?
yeah, I believe in Illuminati.
I
But I'm
don't.
not gonna say it's Illuminati, but I am strong believer. I'm a strong, firm believer that it has something to do with that contract.
Oh, most definitely.
It
It's
has something to do with the contract they was in,
yeah.
And I don't know if that was maybe like I don't know if that was Jay Prince trying to send a signal to quality control, like pretty much like saying that he wants the Migos, and the only way that you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, yeah,
and the
yeah,
only
yeah,
way the only way you're gonna get them back is if they yeah you can get them back, but you're not gonna get the full get the full group. Say I'm
yeah.
taking one of them with me. You know what I'm saying? So that was probably like his warning shot to be like, hey, I asked you guys to sign with me. You didn't want to do it, so this is what we came to. You know?
So you think this was kind of you think Takeoff's like death was like a sacrifice type of situation,
I'm not
possibly?
gonna say a sacrifice because clearly, let's say if it was a sacrifice, we would have already started to see um, the Quavo and or Offset, however they want to do. If it was a sacrifice, Quavo and Offset would still be together. It would have been
Yeah,
something that was already known about. They would have known about, and we would have seen them just skyrocket to the top. You know,
yeah,
because that's usually what happens after somebody's family member passes away, or something like that, or something happens. The the person, the family member, the performing artist, they usually met with a number one album, a movie. Depending on what respected lane you're in, but usually they come
yeah,
out, they get hit with the number one album, they get hit with a number one movie in the theaters. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff you see after those sacrifices usually. I feel like this one was probably, like I said, just a mixture of bad business, a bad contract, and money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But it's like they make it seem like it all was like a dice game too. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. And it probably was a dice game. It probably started out like that, yeah. But like I say, with it being Migos and they were in Texas, and who knows what type of business Jay Prince was trying to do with them. It was just like all his people there. So obviously, it's gonna be the few Migos affiliates they were there and that were down there in Atlanta. I mean, in Texas at that time, which I'm pretty sure, if knowing them, they probably had 15 dudes with them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Just and that's just a little light number. A little light work. Just 15
yeah,
dudes. It's nothing.
yeah,
But if they had 15 dudes with them, Jay Prince had 40 dudes out there. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Let me hit the chat. Intro says a lot of people say Triple X was got by the Illuminati. He did earn his first number one right after his death. Are you talking about XX Tentacion or
That's after his death. That's posthumous.
yeah?
Almost everybody goes number one posthumous.
Yeah, because people, whenever they see the death and it gets spread like throughout the whole country, like I'm not saying that they don't deserve it, but I think with the death situations, it's every majority of people who get killed that does music, their sales go through the roof for the next like week or two as it get
And
talked about.
I'm just gonna just to stay on that topic. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And I'm sorry. No disrespect to my New Yorkers. No disrespect to my New Yorkers, but I don't get the whole Pop Smoke thing. I don't get him being like this number one when he died. All this stuff. Everybody, praising him and all that. And I feel the same way about him like that. I feel the same way about Nipsey like that. They didn't really they did their work, but I don't feel like they were long enough to have that longevity to where you can kind of put them on this pedestal. You know what I'm saying?
All right, whack 100.
I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from what they did, but I'm saying they literally both of them only had a album out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, well, I don't know about Pop Smoke, but I've been following Nipsey since I almost damn near want to say the beginning. He that was it. Like I think that was like his like first like official
Yeah,
or second
studio album, yeah.
studio, but he was
Yeah,
independent for
he
the
had music out for sure for years, but
he
I'm
was
saying as a
independent. He was independent because he never signed a deal, but it got to the point where I don't think and I can't speak for Nipsey, but in my opinion, alleged, I think that he never really wanted to sign a deal to begin with, but for him to get on the status of what he wanted to be, I felt like he had no choice but to.
Nipsey, but see, Nipsey's was straight up an inside job. We all know that his big homies had him killed.
You think so?
I know so. His big
Maybe.
homies had him killed. That's a fact.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Um,
yeah. So like I say, I just like and same with Juice World. Same with
you
same
think
with the
so?
Juice World. I feel like
His was drug related though. You
no,
think?
but I'm saying all these like how like people put them in these like god statuses, and these dudes literally only had a studio album out. They had one album out, and and they got pushed to these top pedestals, you know. And
Mm,
I mean, you didn't really even get to give them a chance to like let the whole thing play out to see what type of artist they were really gonna become, because that was them in their in their prime, in their first beginning phases of being an artist. Who's to
yeah.
say that they want to take it a different route, maybe 3 years, 4 years down the road? Like I say, we don't know that, so I can't. I wouldn't really say to crown them these kings and all this when we don't even know what they were fully capable of. We
Yeah.
only got we got that we what we got from these three dudes, Post Pop Smoke, Nipsey, Juice World. We got the Hungry albums. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. They want to make
Okay.
it.
Let you know, yeah, that they trying to make it, that they want to be in this rap game,
Yeah.
And now, but finally now, Lil Bibby has come out and said that this is Juice World's final album. The party never what's it called? Party never ends.
Hmm.
That's it. That's gonna be it for Juice WRLD. His catalog. I'm assuming his catalog is probably dried up now. You know what I'm saying?
Is Lil Baby the one who like put
Lil
Juice
Bibby is
WRLD on?
yeah, he's the one who signed him.
Mm. I didn't
Um,
know. I didn't know
this guy named Nick Mira. This guy from Nick Mira from Internet Money. They're a group of producers. He's the one who found Juice WRLD.
that.
When Juice WRLD, he found Juice WRLD when Juice WRLD only had like 1,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah. True.
So Nick Mira found him, and Nick Mira, Internet Money, actually is the one who made the the song he made yo sorry they just but he's the one who made the what's the song called the song he had whatever, but Internet Money made the beat and stuff.
Okay,
And
got you, got
yeah,
you.
I
He
think Lil
produced,
Bibby is the one who actually signed him.
put him on paperwork. Okay, got
After the song came out and got the numbers and stuff, then he was ready for a contract.
got you, got you, got you. Let me hit the chat. Enter says, yeah, XX Tentacion's song "Sad" went number one. Who that for life says, I had to cop I had to cop the blue raspberry SBs to go with the green apple SBs, part of the fruity pack. Okay, that's what's up. Congrats, who that.
Yep.
Um, Big Money Sonny says, I miss the days of New Edition. Can we get those days of when we were 8 years old, learning how to deal with women and not hate? That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, New Edition, legend group, definitely. Um, let's see. Big Money Sonny says, "Oh girl, I'm sorry, you not my kind of girl." I mean, he's singing the song. He says, "I see nothing wrong with spreading myself around singing." Okay.
Yeah, everybody talking all out.
Classics, man. Classics. Who that for life says, "Did you cop the Tom Sachs?" No, I skipped them joints. I saw that they dropped today. Those
What
brown,
the Brown? That's
yeah,
the name, right? Brown.
I think so. I
And
was,
I don't think that would be a bad shoe if they didn't have those two tongues. I mean, those two pull tabs.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
If they didn't have that, I don't think it would be a bad shoe. Actually, if I was to get that shoe, I would cut them off.
Wow. There you hear from Dunks.
I like the original ones he did though with those motherfuckers. Sheesh, they like
Mhm.
10 grand.
I wasn't feeling those.
I'm talking about though the original ones.
No, what's the original Tom Sachs?
The original ones like that. He's the architects, aren't they called? Aren't they
Uh,
called architects, something like that?
Let me see. Because like I said, I personally I haven't seen his shoes. I'm not really impressed on them. Um, The original joint says 10K. I don't know how much that is, but I mean, oh, I know what you're talking about. Those brown and red joints. They got like the maroon Nike
Yeah,
check. I don't know why people went crazy over these, but
I
yeah,
didn't even honestly. I was watching. First time I even knew about that shoe was I was watching Rejuvenator, and they cleaned it. So
yeah, I
that's how
see it.
I like really found out about that. I knew about the shoe, but I didn't know he had one out that was like grail status. You know?
Yeah, there's a 2.0 version that's like 5,000, and then the original joint, you're right, it goes for like 15K on Goat. So I don't see
Interesting.
the, I don't, I do not see the hype, and they only have one, and it's a size 12. So I don't see it personally, but I mean, hey, who am I?
Yeah.
Um, who am I with that? Let's see. Who that for life says them things fire. I have all three. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Congrats, who that? Let me get back on the offset article real quick. Been on this joint for over an hour, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub up. Y'all already know what to do. Let me see. Share the screen again, and boom. Right here says, in reality, the truth of the matter is, N-word wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive. So for you to be taking these positions that you're taking, Prince added, suggesting that he's got people all around and he's heard all
See,
kinds of things from. See, he keeps hearing, but did you hear it directly from him? And that's what I think. Offset.
and and another thing is, like I said before, these dudes been together. They've been together all their life, but as a group, collectively, they've been together for probably about 5-6 years. How you gonna say that he wasn't there? Like, and you probably only came into their life in the last couple months. He was there their whole life. That's
Yeah,
family. They fight.
exactly,
You know, they if Takeoff would have still been here, they would have eventually got over it.
exactly. I
You
think
know,
so too. I
and
think so too.
Jay Prince, you talking out of your neck and don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, and this is the senior talking, by the way.
Yeah, so you
Um,
talking out your neck, don't know what you're talking about, and you probably should choose his words wisely before some Atlanta guys come see him.
yeah, I mean, well, wait, and I know you said this, but apparently, if he's the quote unquote mob ties, I just think, honestly, dude, you 58 years freaking old. And I know age ain't nothing but a number, but dog, you 58 years old talking like you
Beefing with
like,
28-year-olds.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're beefing with 20 and like you are these people are like you're double their age almost. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Come on, bro. Like you're
Yeah,
pushing
I mean,
50.
that's what I expect from Jazz. You know what I'm saying? Like to be
Yeah.
going back and forth with the dudes his age, with the dudes in his culture. You know?
Exactly, exactly. Entor says, "Hey, I'm a peace meeting up with a friend. Y'all have a good night. All right, peace, Entor.
Nope.
We just gonna be on this joint for like another like 20 minutes or so anyway, but I just want to keep reading this. I gotta break this down. Um Prince added suggestion he's got people all around that he's heard all kinds of things from unnamed sources about what happened on the night Takeoff was shot and killed during a night out with Quavo in Prince's hometown of Houston. Prince also made what seemed like a direct warning to Offset, saying, don't ever put me in a position where I have to defend myself. That would be unhealthy for you.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's what I'm saying, man. Dude, you like 60 years old. Why are you talking to this 20, probably
You
what
supposed
Offset probably like maybe 30, 31 at this point, but still, why are you doing it? That's literally like me going to like an elementary and telling the kid, hey, you better not be talking about me. I don't take threats lightly, pretty much, you know?
You're exactly right. Offset is officially 31 years old, man. As of
He is. I'm
December
good with these.
14th. Yeah.
Jeez, I'm good
Man,
with these numbers.
you pretty accurate. And we're gonna count the kids here. We got one, two, three, four, five. So five kids. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know
Mhm.
him and Cardi B's been married since 2017. It's been that long.
Yeah.
I feel like they just got married back in like 2019.
Nah, yeah, she's I think what was it Bodiak, whatever that album was called. I think that was still relevant
Man,
when they
they've been together for like 6 years. I did not know this.
yeah, they've been together just as long as Ye and Kim were together.
Wow.
Hmm.
Interesting. Fun fact. I did not know that. Um, Let me read through the rest of this article real quick. This, you're right though. I think homie is 58. Anyway, as you might imagine, Offset did not take kindly to the comments posting a video in which he reacted to Prince's latest provocative claim, saying, "Y'all N words, speaking on my real brother. I don't." Okay, so this is what Offset said. Y'all speaking on my real brother. About my real brother, the Migos. MC said in a minute long black and white clip, how dare one of y'all N words even speak on me and take relationship? I don't know you N words from a can of paint. Y'all N words don't know how me and my brother rock. At the press time, spokespeople for Offset and Jay Prince had not returned to Billboard. Yeah, somebody wrote a lot of,
I
like you
feel
said.
that. I feel that. But that's like also we can take it to this. That's like if Lord forbid, but if something happened to you, or if something happened to me, and then we got somebody that's speaking on your name and me and your relationship after you passed away. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm gonna feel some
Yeah,
type of way about it, especially when you don't even know the whole situation. You don't even know. You probably don't even know why we not talking right now in the first place.
right, right.
But all you see is that we're not talking. So it must be some big problems, and well, you guys aren't talking, and I see them, but I don't see you, so you're the problem. You know?
Right, right. Says in a heated offset went on the slam Prince for what he said was his fifth interview in which he discussed Takeoff's death. You ain't think about his mama. You ain't think about the about family in words. Set asked. You got to call him Set Offset.
Yeah,
They said
yeah.
Set. We ain't said nothing. Ain't nobody said nothing about you N words. Who y'all N words think y'all N words is John Gotti N words. And if you heard something from me, I'm gonna tell you it's gonna come from me. Call my phone. So apparently, you got each other's numbers. If we saying call his phone, says speaking
Right.
directly to the camera. Offset
But
declared
take off, but Jay Prince won't. See, Jay Prince is the type he wants to get on camera and show you how hard he
he
is.
too old
But
for that.
he's not gonna go see Offset. He ain't gonna go. He don't want to see Offset. Trust me, he can't see Offset.
He too old for that, bro.
Saying like and Offset, it won't even be Offset that handle him.
Right. He
Offset will
says
get his little young homie. He'll get his young homie to take care of him.
he says speaking directly into the camera, offset the he said, she said narrative, and again encourage anyone with anything to say to call him directly and stop playing internet games. See, that's so you real. He don't even want to be on the internet. He rather just talk behind the scenes, squash it, and call it a day if you got an issue. Um,
Mhm.
Following Takeoff shooting, Prince posted condolences to the MC, friends, and family on Instagram. The Prince family would like to send condolences to the family. Okay, so this is this long quote he put on here. Yeah, he's like, the Prince family would like to send condolences to the family and friends of a beautiful soul, and then he pretty much added Takeoff. The statement read the Houston Nannians, which I guess is like Houston's, okay, Houstonians and families around the world. The one breaks my heart. This one breaks my heart because Takeoff was a brother, a son, a role model, and a God living human being. Grief is the prince of love, a bill people from across the globe are paying right now as we mourn this loss. I've been knowing Takeoff, Quavo, and Offset for many years, and there has been nothing but mutual love for one another, and that ain't never going to change where we are concerned. Wow. So he said he spoke highly of him, but somebody wrote that. That was like a PR for sure.
Mhm.
It
You know,
says,
the one
go ahead.
Now, one thing that I do find funny though about this whole situation, I find very funny, very suspicious. And this is how I know. This is leading me to believe that Jay Prince has something to do with it. Migos, we all know, is a worldwide big name group, known all across the world, loved by many people across the globe.
True.
No, you mean no artist in Texas spoke up about this? No, none of them had nothing to say. Like condolences, this, that. Like no Travis, no UGK, no Scarface, Slim Thug. Like, you put on Paul Wall, all these big names in
Yeah.
Texas. Like none of them,
I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this.
not one of them had any condolences or anything to say to the family. I mean, not one, zero, not one artist from Texas, not one artist from Houston specifically
Facts.
had anything to say about the passing of this man. And that lets me know that Jay Prince definitely has something to do with this. And he said, "We speak on it. That's the end of it for you." You
Wow.
know,
Yeah.
because I'm sure all these people, all these artists in Texas, I guarantee Jay Prince has some ties into their contract.
You think so? You think it's that deep?
Yeah, like I say, nothing gets nothing. Nobody ain't nobody making no money in Texas unless it's him. If anybody gonna get $1, it's gonna be him.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that just leaves me. That just kind of puts more suspicion that Jay Prince has something to do with it. Like I say, because none of these artists spoke up. None of these big name Houston artists even spoke up. Even gave a "I'm sorry" to the family of this guy. Not
Yeah.
one artist from Texas. Not one of these Texas artists said anything.
Yeah. And these guys were enough mainstream where, normally, like, we can think of XXXTentacion's death. I was about to say birthday, but I mean death. Everybody said, even whenever he felt like his back against the world. In fact, I remember whenever they had and this is how you know Offset is a real one, because I remember this. I got to tell the whole story. I remember when XXXTentacion was beefing with the Migos, and Migos security basically jumped him because he was outnumbered. He was by himself. He wasn't rolling with security. He was seeing
Pushed him on the stage.
I remember that one. That one got knocked out on stage. That's different. This one,
Okay.
it's another video that floating around where they had pretty much. I may even see if I can pull that joint up. Like pretty much the security was ripped one of his dreads out of his hair and everything. They were fighting, and pretty much pretty much Migos didn't even throw. None of the Migos even threw a punch, and then after he pretty much I'm gonna wrap up the story because I feel like I'm taking a minute. But after like X had died, then that's when Offset was the first person to say condolences, RIP, and he even apologized for what even went down because homie, everybody saw the bigger picture with X. I think X was just trying to change his life, make music, and be successful, man. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't even want to sign his deal for real, but he was such mainstream that he went on and signed the joint. You know,
Yeah, at a certain point, it gets to where you can't hide no more. You either gotta go this way or just let it go altogether. And it's to the point we already know with these music artists. It's like you don't need a record. You don't get a record deal. You don't get offered a record deal, or you don't get a record deal until you don't need a record deal. If that makes sense, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like
When
they
you
don't offer you one
yeah,
until you don't need it.
yeah. If you look at all the people, we can talk NBA YoungBoy real quick. Apparently, he had hit up everybody trying to get on, and then finally, once he got on, all the people like, damn, I missed out on this, I missed out on this because
Hey,
a lot of them didn't respond.
speaking of young boy, have you been seeing these recent interviews he's done? The ones he's just done more recently.
How
Why?
you feel about? Yeah,
Why?
what? Go
And
ahead.
why he sound so scared?
Yeah, it's him to be the dude that's like he. It seems like staged a little bit.
Yeah, I'm saying like, oh yeah, all my music hurt people. What the you talking about, man?
Yeah, like he's gonna switch it up, but it's like, bro, like I think it's because of he has to where he's at. He has to stay there. That's part of his one of his
And
stipulations.
that's what I think. One of the saddest things about that interview, though, that he just had an interview, and I kind of feel bad for him on this part, but it's kind of his own fault. Is when he was in his garage, he was showing off all his cars, and he said, "I know I'll probably never get to drive them." Because
Why?
this dude he probably won't see his license until he probably like 40 or 50. You know,
Yeah, so he just gets the ride. He has the ride. I noticed that. I never seen him driving. I always seen him being rolled around.
he's yeah, he can drive. He legally can't have a license.
Why not? That's just a form of identification. Oh, so he probably got like an identification card, but he don't have like a actual driver's license.
I mean, he's rich, but he's still He's still a human. He's still, he still makes mistakes. And hey, just because you got money, don't mean that the rules don't apply to you.
Yeah,
Especially being a felon.
yeah. I I thought. I mean, he still had certain. I felt like he would have got a pass or something. Like I mean, at least let the man drive. He's beating the cases, but I guess one of them, a part of the stipulations is keeping. I think he still is under like ankle bracelet, right?
Yeah, he is. He's definitely still on monitor.
Wow. And that's why I think
I think he's on house arrest for a couple years.
what I thought.
Patient.
What I thought is what I got from that interview with him, and I know we're a little off mode, is that homie just looked like somebody who really just misses dogs. You know what I'm saying? He misses homies being able to do what he want to do.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. He feels like someone who's like he knows that he's so deep in with the stuff that he's done and the stuff he's involved in that there's no way it's gonna take some. It's possible, but it's gonna take a lot of work to just get things back to normal for him because his normal and our normal are completely different things. You know what I'm
And he's
saying?
such a big artist where I feel like so many people, I'm not saying it's why he's not locked up, but I feel like they saw like, man, we don't put too much money behind this guy. He's too big of an artist. He can't be locked. Like, no offense. Like he actually didn't like kill
Is
anybody, and he didn't, he has probably got out. Apparently he did get out shooting the thing or whatever. That's what kind of had him locked down a little bit. But
I feel like it's gonna be the same. His situation is no different than Young Thug's. Like they've already invested too much money into him. They're not gonna just let him sit there and rot. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, so that means for a fact, you little off mode, but for a fact Thugger coming home then.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You think
yeah.
so? Okay.
Yes, he'll be home. He'll be home by the end of this year. Mark my words.
I feel like when that joint happened, I feel like it's gonna break the internet and it's gonna be like breaking news.
Yo, Thugger home, slime home.
Yeah, like I feel like it's gonna be breaking news because I feel like I think we all deep down have like a little like certain spot in the back of our head or mind where it's like, yo, if he beats this, quote unquote,
I mean, we all have a soft spot for Young Thug.
yeah, is he beat
People
that?
you may not like him. You may not like him, but you gotta respect the work that he's put in. And literally, he is one of those ones. A lot of them say it, but he really is one of those ones who literally came from nothing. If you
Oh
saw
yeah.
the dude at the beginning of his career, the dude teeth looked like a railroad track. His teeth were all jacked up.
Mm,
He went from being that guy who was actually in his beginning rapping like Lil Wayne because he said Lil Wayne was his biggest influence.
yeah,
He went from that to now where he has what like 6 or 7 brothers and sisters, right? Where he bought them all cars and homes paid for.
yeah,
So like you can't may not like him, but you're gonna respect his story.
most definitely, definitely, dude. Low key, he's done his thing. Like,
And he's a real. He not just some dude from another city in Georgia. No, he's really from Atlanta. Not the
yeah,
dudes who say I'm from Atlanta, but they really from like some other outside city of Atlanta. No, he really from the heart of Atlanta.
yeah, respect that all the way. Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Um, J. Ross says, I don't understand how these famous people put themselves in situations like this. Why are they even attending dice games at their level of fame? I mean, valid because they could easily just take your
Hey,
ass to
it's
the
because it's hey, classic. Take the dudes out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the dudes.
fact. Fact. Salute to Dunks for the facts. Because I was gonna say, man, simply take y'all if y'all want to gamble that bad, take it to the casino. You know, you
You
ain't.
guys are on a level where you guys need to be like you don't gamble with just some random ass dudes. Are you guys are gambling with Drake and stuff like that. Money gamble with money.
Yeah, and
Like you don't
apparently,
go gamble with some dude who only got $1,000 in his pocket because that's an easy buy-in for you.
And allegedly, story goes, and I don't know because we wasn't there. This is all alleged. A part of the thing that really started off is because Quavo was down. Apparently, he was actually losing to the guy.
Okay, Quavo, how much money did you really lose that you noticed?
I think they
I
said
mean,
it was
unless you were putting like, unless you were betting $1,000 a roll,
well.
then
He said I think it was up to 10K. Thinking I got it, he was
and
10.
that's still something to wipe his nose with, you know.
Yeah, but I don't care who you is. 10K is 10K.
I mean, yeah, and the aspect of losing, and I
Yeah.
just see my money keep going down, and like I'm losing to this dude, you know. And yeah, if
Then
I can see it in real time that I'm losing my money like that over, but if it's just like 10K straight up like that, then it's kind of one of those, oh well, I lost, you know. But if it's like a gradual thing where you keep losing, and now you're up to 10K, I'd be more upset about that than just straight up losing 10K at once, you know.
facts, facts. Um, Don M says Prince need to just go somewhere and enjoy his life and stop with the mob ties BS before them people come see him. He
That's what I said.
already know they watching. Most definitely. He
That's what
need
I said.
yeah,
For them
stop.
Atlanta boys come down there.
Yeah. AA Run says or Aaron says I said Aaron. I watched that. Yeah, I watched that
Too much Key and Peele. Too much Key and Peele.
exactly. It's Aaron. He says facts. Big Money Sonny says I need a sold out beer mug for DJ Fridays, y'all. I see if we can get something together.
Championship.
Did you see the new merch, Sonny? We just dropped that joint what Saturday. We just
Yeah.
dropped that new merch on Saturday. So check my if y'all need me to put the merch link in there, I'll put the merch link in there. Y'all need to check that joint out for real, for real. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and post it in here real quick while we talking about it. It says Kurt Davis says uh Offset can't you kill Jay Prince for me, please? Oh whoa. Dang, does he know him personally or something? That's crazy. That hey man, we gonna keep it rated.
All I'm gonna say is this: like whoever just said that in the comments, where they said you need to stop before somebody comes see him because you know they watching. I wholeheartedly 100% agree with that statement. They watching. Trust me, they're watching, and he know they're watching too. So I don't understand why he feel like he can talk and say what he want about these dudes, especially after what just happened. You know what I'm saying? Like you mean to like they watching. Atlanta is definitely watching.
Yeah,
And then
everybody definitely
don't be surprised if you see something happen to Rap a Lot or some affiliate of Rap a Lot. Because if that does happen, we're all gonna know where that came from.
you think, yeah, true.
And it's like I feel like it's one of those situations now where they're like they took one of ours, we gotta go take one of theirs.
Yeah. Like you
You know?
take one of mine now, you take one of me. Let me read the rest of this article. I'm gonna be on this joint for another like what 8 minutes or so. Let me read the rest of this article, then we're gonna wrap things up for tonight. Appreciate everybody for coming through. For all the people that's been coming through, smash that like button, goes a long way. And I definitely just put that merch in the chat for y'all. Let me share my screen for the last little bit of this live. Lawyers for Patrick Zayer, 33 Clark says the man charged with the shooting of the rapper born Kendrick Carl Ball said that the court December that he is innocent and there is a lot of investigation that needs to be done. So Takeoff was shot in the head and back as more than 30 people were leaving a private party at Houston Bowling Alley in November 1st. Houston police have said the gunfire followed a disagreement over a lucrative game of dice around 2:30 a.m. that Takeoff was not involved and was an innocent bystander. That's the sad part about it. He just watching the commotion going on,
I'll
chilling.
let you know, like you say, a lucrative dice game. We all know lucrative means a lot of money. You know,
Yeah, right. I know.
for the people who probably didn't know, lucrative means you're dealing with a lot of money.
Yeah. It says as Sunday's Grammys, Quavo and Maverick City Music delivered a moving tribute to Takeoff during the Millennium segment when they performed Quavo's Quavo's recent single honoring his latest nephew slash bandmate. Without You. Check out Offset's video response to Jay Prince. We kind of read what it is already, so I'm not really gonna play the joint because I don't feel like it's necessary. I mean, I think he only talks for a minute. You got your screen up, Dunks?
I
Okay.
don't.
All right, cool. I ain't even gonna play it because like it ain't gonna make sense until you just watch the joint. But pretty much they already said it in this article to begin with. But I feel like, man, like long story short, and we're gonna close things out on this for the night. Honestly, it is. I'm gonna say this. It's very suspect of what kind of happened. I'm not gonna say it was. I mean, in my eyes, they tried to paint it off to make it seem like it was an accident, innocent bystander. So, I don't know. For real, I really don't know. I'm just trying to be more patient and see as more information come out. Because yeah, over a dice game, and then but thing is where things got heated, where basically one person felt like they was about to try something, so the other person went on and pulled it out. And when you pull it out, I was always told this, right? And Paul's how this is coming out. If you got a weapon, if you ever pull it out on somebody, you don't use it for show. You have to go. You have to use it. If you don't use it when you put, nobody's ever going to take you serious. Like you can't scare some. You don't want to try to scare somebody just by flashing a joint because technically that's branding. So you're already doing something illegal anyway. You're not supposed to just, even if you're in the open carry state, you don't need to be like waving around making threats because that's still technically a charge too. Even though you didn't shoot or nobody got hurt, they're going to charge you with branding, which I believe it may vary from state to state. It is a misdemeanor, and you probably just would get off away with a fine depending on what the threat was and how you did it. But yeah, you don't want to get caught with branding charge. So yeah, if you pull the gun out, you have to use it. Is what I was told.
And I feel like, like I say once again, that it was like a signal sent. Like they said, what can we do that we know is going to shut this whole thing down? Just an argument. Let's take something more valuable away from him than money. You know,
Yeah,
let's take something. Let them know that we really mean business. That we're not playing with them down here. You know. So
true.
I feel like I say, and for me, it's just like I say that makes it suspicious for me is that nobody, no artists, no fundraisers, no nothing in the state of Texas did anything to help with this man's funeral. No tributes, nothing.
Yeah, that's sad,
Just
man.
let the man die in cold blood, and the day went on. Like
Yep.
no artist in Texas reached out, tweeted nothing, reached out to his family, didn't put out no statements to the fans. Jay Prince didn't offer to pray for the funeral. He didn't put out a statement saying, "I'm sorry this happened." At my son's party or his party was nobody in the whole state of Texas said nothing after this happened. It was just like they let it happen. They let the man die on the floor and walked over him. You
Yeah,
know, which is sad, unfortunate. And all I say is Texas, like Houston, and that whole situation is gonna get what's coming to them.
yeah, true. Let me hit the chat real quick, and then we're gonna close things out for the night. Big Money Sunny says, "Just caught the hoodie and coffee mug. Salutes on the updated merch. Appreciate that, Big Money Sunny. Thank you." He says, "I'll be using the mug for some whiskey coffees on Friday, so I can turn up." Um, That's what's up. Jay Brooks says the video of Offset talking was low key funny. Plus, hearing about him and Quavo still beefing leads me to believe he is on the edge right now. I mean, of course, in that video, he seemed very jittery and jumpery. Like he didn't want to even do the video. It's just kind of like one of those like enough is enough situations. So I feel like he just felt the need that he needed to speak out and say something. You know,
They're not gonna come see him though.
I mean, no, they're not gonna go get this dude. This dude is really not. If honestly, if something happened to him, they're gonna have. That's gonna point the finger at these guys so much to the point.
They really gonna have Atlanta on their ass then.
Yeah, and it's just like even if the police get involved, they're gonna suspect him even without any proof. It's gonna make their pretty much their life like it ain't
Mhm.
worth it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Like their credibility ain't gonna be there because.
Yeah, and to be honest, I just feel like it's just um if you think about it, Offset offered, just call my phone. I don't want he don't even want to do it over the internet. He wanna talk like quote unquote grown men and squash a bit, you know what I mean? If there's any beef, so he ain't trying to even have no beef for real. How I take it, right? And I don't know, and there could be more to the story, but we will wait for another Music Monday. Follow up on this if we have to, because I feel like there's going to be more information to come out about this over the coming week. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. Definitely sign up for the sold out Discord if you haven't done so already. It is pinned in the chat. Check out the merch. I definitely just put that in the comments, not in the comments, but actually in the chat. So y'all check out the merch. Appreciate for the people who have brought the merch in and supporting us. And
For
we're
sure.
gonna close things out for the night. You know, my name is Jeremy Jones. I make content about sneakers, occasional try on hauls, and welcome to Music Mondays, another fire one with the homie Dunks. And I'm gonna let them take us out.
Yo, I appreciate everybody for coming through. Once again, like I said, work had me tied up a little bit after, but hey, better late than never. I made it. We got through it. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Like Polo said, this was another very good one. I enjoyed this one myself. Um, Unfortunate event that happened to this guy. Unfortunate events that his family has to go through, still dealing with it, because death ain't something that's easy to get over, and especially when you have somebody in that caliber, which kind of the family is kind of depending on, and then you kind of get that taken away from you. It kind of puts everybody in a frozen state, So hopefully, like I say, hopefully, the family, and Quavo and Offset, they can all find closure from this and finally get some answers if they want. And hopefully, like I say, Jay Prince, hopefully he calms down and stop trying to be seen and heard, and just stay behind the scenes and run Texas. If that's what you want to do, then do that. You can be heard without being heard. If you get what I'm trying to say,
Yeah,
your presence can definitely be felt without being everywhere. But yeah, so with that, yeah, I just hope, like I say, I hope the family gets some closure. Hope that they can heal from this, and hope nobody else has to lose their life, especially over something so senseless, man. And but yeah, with that one, man, I think we are done. And I appreciate everybody coming and joining us, man. And I'm Deb Dunks, and I appreciate you guys for coming through. And catch us on Wednesday. We'll be back.
most definitely. RIP Takeoff, and we're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.